Hello everyone, my name is Akansha Jain and welcome to my channel. In today's session, we will see some of the numerical problem of CZ method and also we will cover our FZ method. In our previous session, we have seen two important formulas. First one is a segregation coefficient and second one is our impurity concentration. So our segregation coefficient cannot be greater than 1. It should always be lesser than or equal to 1. Why? Because the amount of impurity in the liquid form will always be greater than the amount of impurity which is present in the grown silicon. It is not possible that you put less amount of impurity and you get more amount of impurity in the crystal. Obviously it is not possible. So this is why the k should be always less than or equal to 1. This could be one of the prelims point. So let's see some of the numerical. A silicon ingot with 0.5 into 10 to the power 16 boron atom per centimeter cube is to be grown by CZ method. What should be the concentration of the boron in the melt to obtain the required doping concentration? The segregation coefficient of the boron is zero point 0.8. So in this question, we have our solid concentration of the boron and also our segregation coefficient. So simply put these value into the formula and get the answer. This type of simple question can come in your prelims exam. So let's see another problem. Find the concentration of the boron in the crystal at the fraction solidified of 0.4 if the CS at x is equals to 0.005 is 2 into 10 to the power 18 atom per centimeter cube and k naught is equals to 8. So we k naught is equals to 0.8. So we want to calculate our CS value at x is equals to 0.04, but we have CS value at x is equals to 0.005. So first we calculate our C naught and then we will calculate our CS at 0.04. So put these value into the formula and get the value of C naught. Very simple. And after getting C naught, put the value of X is equals to 0.4 in the formula and get the new value of CS. So this type of two-step problem can come in your mains exam. So now we will study our float zone method. In our CZ method, we have our crucible and we put our melt into it. Though we want our crucible should be highly resistive, but due to the impurity, it gets react with the melt and create O2 impurity. So this O2 impurity is present in our single crystal due to this crucible. So that's why FZ CZ method is not very good for the pure silicon growth. So this problem arises due to the contact between the melt and the crucible. So now we come up with a new method where we do not use any crucible. So what we do, we use a furnace. In this furnace, we put our polycrystalline rod in a vertical direction, and from the bottom side we put a single crystal, and we use our RF heating mechanism. So what we want to do, we want to melt the polysilicon so that the atom of polysilicon get connected to single crystal dangling bonds. So the dangling bond will want to complete by using polycrystalline atom. So we want to melt this polycrystalline material. So by using this RF heating, we create a zone which is melting zone of polysilicon and single crystal, and the dangling bond will complete and we get our single crystal. Then we move our RF heating zone to upward direction and our molten zone is changed. Now again the dangling bond will form its bonding and the single crystal will form in the lower direction. Again we will move our RF zone into upward direction and we will get our single crystal formed. In this way we move our RF zone to upward direction and we get our single crystal, and this process is repeat again and again. The up and down of the RF zone will happen again and again to get the high purity silicon. So This is why we call this particular method as float zone method. Why? Because the melting zone is floating up, down, up, down. That's why we call it as a float zone method. So this is all about the float zone method. So let's see the comparison table between the CZ method and FZ method. So the growth rate of the CZ method is 1 to 2 mm per minute and the FZ method is 3 to 5 mm per minute. The crucible is used in the CZ method but it do not use in FZ method. The heat up and cool down time is longer in the CZ method but it is lesser in the FZ method. The important point here is the axial resistivity. The axial resistivity in the FZ method is good. This is a very important point for prelims point of view, is good. And the oxygen content is very high in the CZ method. We know that. And it is lesser in FZ method. And also the carbon content is greater in the CZ method, which is lesser in FZ method, and the metallic impurity is also greater in CZ method, which is less in FZ method. So this type of question of comparison can come in your mains exam. So this is very important for mains point of view. So this is all about today's session. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.